What do you have to say to your opponent that on Saturday?
First thing I'd like to say is I wish I knew what his name. I wish I knew him. So obviously he's not near the star that he needs to be to wrestle Buff Bagwell. That's the first thing I want to say. Secondly, he needs to be told he's stepping into a ring with a mega superstar that can still go. And I hope he's really done his homework and watched some tapes. And I'm not saying out of any of this out of being malicious or mean. I'm just stating the facts. You're looking at 25 years of being on the top of pro wrestling, and I promise you he has not had 25 years of that. So I hope he's done his homework and knows what he's getting in the ring with, and I hope he knows what he's doing.
He's been around, and you're coming onto his home turf. That's his advantage.
Yeah, he's been around, except I've never heard of him, so he ain't been too around. So, when you do the popularity test, I don't know him, and he knows me, so I win. And that's just the way it is in this business. And I'm not being mean or ugly. I'm just being honest. In this business, this is called I'm going to give him something he's never heard of. And that's called a Q rating. You have a Q rating when you're on television. And he don't have a Q rating because he's never been on TV. But if he ever has been on TV and he does have a Q rating basically boils down to if he walked into, let's say, Walmart tonight, how many people are going to recognize him? If I walked into Walmart, how many people are going to recognize me? So obviously my Q rating is higher than his. If Hulk Hogan walked in, his Q rating is going to be higher than mine, and so on and so forth. And that's how Q ratings work. And as a TV terminology statement, but that's what they're called. They're called Q ratings. And this is nothing but for him to understand who he's getting in the ring with and to do his homework. And he may beat me in the middle. And if he does, God bless him, good job. But he better do his homework because I'm still 240, I'm still buff, and I'm still the stuff.
Well, Buff, we don't have too much time longer with you, and we very much appreciate you coming on. And I definitely look forward to seeing you on Saturday at Heroes and Legends.
I want to meet you guys. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Tell me real quick, Buff, while we've got you, before we have to let you go. Scotty briefly talked about it. I read something on some other sites that you made some comments about John Cena. Do you still back up what you said?
Well, I'm not sure what you're asking about, but what was said to me was, do I think John Cena is, and they didn't answer it this way, I just took it over, but it was basically asking his star power. And, of course, the part they left out was the part I said, and please don't leave this part out. I said that John Cena is 10 times the star Marcus Bagwell ever was, ever will, can be, or anything. I said, but he's not The Rock. He's not a Stone Cold. And he's not a Goldberg. And he's not a Sting. And anybody that can sit here and argue with me that, they're going to lose. Because he's not a Rock. He's not a Stone Cold. He's not a Sting. And he's not a Goldberg. So, he is a star. He is WWE's biggest star. But he's not that kind of cornerstone that can carry a company like The Rock and other names that I mentioned. And that's not a knock. I just said that he's a bigger star than I ever been, ever could be. I've already bowed down to him. He's a bigger star than me. This ain't an argument. I know he's a bigger star than me. I'm proud of him. But a fact is a fact. And anybody that could argue and say that those other names I mentioned, that he's a bigger star than, are smoking crack.